What's up, everybody? It's Derek with Swan's Emporium. This weekend, March 9th and 10th, I will be down in Portland vending at the SideQuest Games Expo. Today is Monday, March 4th, so we have 1 week to get 100% ready to travel down to Portland to vend at this expo. So I wanted to show you guys what a week leading up to vending looks like. First thing I'm going to show you is what is happening in my office right now. All right, so first thing, I have a couple of bins here that I have assorted and gotten ready to start the prep for the expo. This right here is what I started as my $5 bin. A couple other things that'll go in that. This is stuff from that collection I posted a video about last week. And so all this stuff is gonna have to be processed, cleaned, tested, priced, all of that. Here's just some more remnants of that collection as well. Got the complete in box GameCube, all these loose controllers. Over here is the Nintendo 64. And this bad boy was pretty much fully complete, except there was no manual or AV cord, so I had to throw an extra AV cord in there. So we have to get all these consoles tested, all these controllers tested, cleaned, and priced because they will be selling at the expo. So in this bin, we've got some really nice stuff, some high-end stuff like the Turbo Express that you guys might have seen on the channel. And then like this bin, it's just a bunch of miscellaneous games. Thankfully, a lot of this stuff is already priced. I will have to go ahead and reprice it because it's been a few months since I priced it, but that's all right. That'll be a lot easier because if some stuff is priced well, then I don't have to change it. My collection room is an absolute mess right now, as you guys can see. I've been going through it. This is all the stuff from that previous collection that I'm probably going to be hanging on to. A lot of beautiful boxes. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you check it out. I went to a consignment shop and pulled all of my video game t-shirts that I had up for consignment, including some pretty high-end stuff. Like I've got this Powerfest t-shirt, this Donkey Kong t-shirt, and this Bowser crew neck. So a lot of these are just GameStop promos. And then I did just pick this stuff up. So this will be new stuff for the expo. Got this Mario player tee, just this Sony PlayStation tee, Sega Dreamcast promo, another vintage Sega Dreamcast promo, Sega tee, and another one. Basically just a bunch of nice promos. There's this big Yoshi that I'll be bringing. And then just a couple of figures, these 90s Wario and Flying Mario, and then a Pokeball Plus, and a couple Pokemon figures. So that was a recent pickup I had. All that stuff in that bag was $240. There was 2 other shirts included, but I'm gonna be hanging on to those so they're no longer in the bag. These bins, I believe, are filled with stuff that I'm gonna be bringing, and then all the stuff over here is for my collection. So for right now, the goal is to just get all of this stuff tested, working, clean, priced, and binned up, ready to go to the convention. And I'm going to be showing you guys the process of what that looks like and kind of the day-to-day. Unfortunately, it's 9:30 p.m. right now. Pretty swamped today with other stuff, and so I wasn't able to make a lot of progress today. But this is just day one, kind of going over what's going to be happening and just how the office is looking right now. And hopefully over the next few days, we can get it nice and organized, get everything ready, and have an amazing expo. I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow. I'll see you then. All right, guys, so today is Tuesday, March 5th. We leave for the expo in 3 days. So what I'm gonna start with today is going through the games that have already been prepped. Like if I grab a big stack here, you can see some of them already have price stickers. These games are already tested, they've already been cleaned, and we are good to go on these. All I have to do is get these priced. So we've got this giant bin here of stuff that should be all good to go. And I just want to get this stuff out of the way first. Once I have a general idea of everything that's done and I know exactly the stuff that needs to be processed, the stuff that needs to be cleaned, I feel like there'll just be less clutter and it'll just be better for my brain and my mental to realize that all of this stuff doesn't need to get taken care of, just a small fraction of it. So the first step that we're gonna do is make sure all of these have price stickers, double check to confirm that they're all good, and then we'll go from there. I'll check back in once everything's priced. Here's an overview of everything that was in that bin. I would say maybe half of it is already priced. So that makes things a lot easier. It hopefully shouldn't take me too long to get the rest of these priced. And I do hope that a lot of these prices are still valid, or else we'll have to reprice them. But this is what we're working with in the first bin, and I'll check back in when it's all done. All right, so it's a few hours later and we now have everything out of this bin priced. Surprisingly, a lot of the original price stickers were pretty far off, but the good thing was that they were priced low. So a lot of the sticker prices actually went up. I laid out some of the more expensive titles here out front for you guys to see. Now that all this stuff is done, it's time to tackle that second bin. All right, so it turns out this bin of stuff was actually pretty much all priced. Surprising enough, it's all like the cheaper stuff. So as you guys can see, like a lot of just like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So this is just kind of like the bulk games that are worth a little bit of money, like worth enough to get stickered. But I think the most expensive game in this entire lot is like $15. I'm just gonna go ahead, double check all these prices, and I'll let you guys know if there was any crazy price increases on any of these games, like if it's worth noting. But for the most part, I think this is all just kind of bulk stuff. So I'm gonna bust through this and then I will update you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I just got done pricing everything. And if you look at the stickers, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, I mean, pretty much every single game has a $10 price sticker on it. The max in this lot was 15, I believe. And anything between like $8 and $12 got a $10 sticker just because it's easy, it's convenient. So that's pretty much what all of this stuff is just $15 and under games. So now that all of this stuff is done, we now have 2 bins filled, completely ready to go for the expo. And we have 2 full days to finish the rest. So we have 1 bin of stuff that I believe is still fully processed. That should be another quick one, and that has some higher end stuff in it. And then the rest of the stuff is gonna be the unprocessed inventory that needs to be tested, cleaned, all of that. So we're getting through the easy part, and this really helps decluttering the room. I'm gonna move them off into the garage to get them out of sight. So that's gonna be it for day 2. We will continue this journey tomorrow. It is currently noon, Wednesday, March 6th. We have officially 48 hours until we leave to head to Portland for the convention. And today we're gonna be starting off with this bin. The Turbo Express I picked up in a recent video, and I did get it repaired, so it is fully working. Some really nice Pokemon games, all with new save batteries. Some high-end loose games like Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon White 2. Some handheld systems, just some random Xbox, NES. Small selection of Switch games. And the Street Fighter 2, that's actually just a reseal, so I'm going to be selling this as complete in box. But still kind of neat. This stuff's already all been processed, so we're just going to finish this off real fast. Okay, so this stuff is all 100% done. These Game Boy games and stuff are kind of rough to get price stickers on, but I just stick them on the back and it hasn't been a problem. Here is all the expensive stuff out of that bin. Obviously the Turbo Express in the box. It took me so long because I was having some trouble getting these games to boot up, but cleaned them, tested them. Took a little bit of work, but we got them booted up. This is the next batch of stuff that we're gonna tackle. Let me show you guys what's inside. A lot of really great stuff here. This was from the collection that I just bought out, and this is the stuff that I will not be keeping. A lot of these loose games, I kept the boxes, but I already had the games, so I'll be selling the games. Here's all the box stuff that I didn't end up hanging on to. Unfortunately, we've hit the point where things are no longer processed, so I'm gonna have to go through everything, clean, test, and just make sure everything looks good. I mean, I can see right here, these PlayStation 2 games either have to have their cases replaced or de-stickered. I've got some work to do here. I'm gonna start tackling this. So again, I'll check back in later when it's all done. So I just finished cleaning all of this stuff, but I ran into this Kirby Superstar, right? Check out the pins. It's like burnt off. I'm hoping that's just a little black thing on the edge of the pins and that it'll come off and still work, but I have never seen anything like that. I hope it's just gunk. I really do, but that is disgusting. Here's what it looks like now. It's a lot better. It was just some gunk, but we needed to test the Super Nintendo anyway, so I think this is a good time to see if it's working. And nothing right now. And this is why we test everything. I'm gonna try a few things, see if I can get it working, but it looks like this is a dud. Okay, so I tested the Kirby Superstar on my Super Nintendo, and it's working with no issue. So I guess that means that this Super Nintendo has an issue because I just tested a few other games after the Kirby and none of them popped up. So it looks like the game actually is working and the console's not working. So we got some things to figure out, but nice to know that after getting all that gunk off, the game does in fact work. On a lighter note, with the last items I just priced, we just passed $10,000 worth of inventory. Okay. Coming at you guys with an update. I've kind of changed up what I want to do. First things first, we did finish getting everything processed in this bin. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to price the boxed games just because I need sticky notes, and I guess I ran out, so I'm waiting for those. But there was some manuals that I found. I have these 2 bins here of just empty boxes, empty cases, and manuals, and I was able to find a couple to match with some of these games. So I'm gonna have to change how I have these displayed, but I think I have an idea. But basically, I brought these 2 bins back in, and I brought in these 2 bins, which I use to display all the games when I'm vending. So what I'm actually going to do right now is get all the games in these bins and kind of set it up as if I'm at the expo. Also, a quick note, I showed you guys the SNES didn't work, but neither did this Game Boy Advance, unfortunately. I probably have to open it up and clean it. There was some corrosion, but for right now, it's just gonna stay home. Things are actually a lot farther on than I thought they would be at this point. There's only a couple of things really left to do, so I'll show you guys what I have going on right now, what there is left, and then I'm just gonna keep working on it today, see how much we can get done. So these are what the bins look like and how the games will be displayed at the convention. Not like this, I need to fix this up a little bit, but pretty much all the Xboxes in there. There's half a bin to fill still. This is all just PS3 stuff. And then PlayStation, PS2, and then some tail end Sega stuff. This bin right here is all the expensive stuff that will go in a glass case. That bin is, of course, $5 games. And we still have the box consoles to deal with. So what we have left pretty much is all of this stuff that I showed you, these t-shirts. And then in this bin, we have another Nintendo 64 and just kind of like some miscellaneous things. And then in this bin, just kind of the same kind of stuff, just more miscellaneous stuff. I'm also going to be taking all of the video game items off of my eBay store and bringing them with the convention. So what I'm going to do right now is go on my eBay store, deactivate all my video game listings, bring them in here, price them. I'm just going to get everything prepped. I'm probably going to call it for tonight. And tomorrow, I'll finish up this eBay stuff, finalize exactly what I'm bringing, and then we will be good to leave on Friday. Good morning. It is Thursday, March 7th. Tomorrow is the day we leave, so we have to have everything 100% done today. First order of business, I mentioned that I wasn't able to price some of the boxed games just yet, and that problem has been solved. I ordered some stuff from Amazon. I'll show you guys what we're dealing with right now. I use sticky notes. You just cut them up so that there's just a portion of them, and you stick them on the box like that. It's nice because I can write sealed, unsealed games and just include whatever I want to. I don't honestly 100% love how it looks, but that's kind of what I've got to do because I wasn't prepared and didn't have box protectors. I did actually just order some, so I'll have those for next convention. Besides just general organization, this is the last bin of stuff to go through. This is just more eBay inventory, and there's some good stuff like Dragon Force and Starblade Alpha. This is a pretty rare long box. So I'm going to decide what out of here I'm going to bring, but for the most part, everything is pretty much good. We're at almost about $12,000 worth of value that we're bringing. I've been debating if I want to just bring a ton of stuff. I'm going down by myself, so I'll have a lot of room. And I think it would be worth it to just bring literally everything. I know for a fact that I'm bringing too much stuff as of right now, but I might as well just prep and bring everything because I have a few other shows coming up in the next few weeks, so I might as well just get it ready to go. And even if I can't display it or sell it at this event, it'll be nice to have prep for the next. So that's kind of where my head's at right now. I'm going to just get back to work. It's just about to hit noon, which would mean 24 hours until I'm about to leave, and I think I'm pretty much done. These 2 bins have all the expensive stuff and the stuff that'll be in the glass case. I've got it all bubble wrapped so it'll be safe during transportation. These are the 2 complete in box consoles. Last thing I need to do to get this all ready to go is just clean this controller. This bin is just kind of some extra stuff that I'll be bringing just in case. I've got the $5 bin. These are all ready to go. They're closed up and stacked. And here's some of the clothing items that I'm going to be bringing. And then we go to the collection room and we have these 2 bins of just miscellaneous stuff. I'm probably just going to bring these if I have space in the car. If not, I will leave them. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Last thing that I really have to do is just get together all of the maintenance stuff that I'll need to bring, such as my pricing gun, cleaning supplies, Sharpies, markers, whatever else is just a necessity to have at the booth. And besides that, the only thing left to be loaded is my grid wall that will hang a bunch of like the expensive stuff in my t-shirt. I guess tomorrow I'll show the process of getting the car packed up. That's pretty much everything done. So this was a week of prep for a convention and just kind of wanted you guys to see the side of getting ready for it, because a lot of people post the actual conventions, but I don't really see too much of the behind the scenes getting ready for conventions. I feel good, feel like I can just chill for the rest of the day and look forward to my drive tomorrow and a great weekend at a great expo. Just kind of realized I forgot to film an outro to the video. It is Friday, March 8th. Tomorrow's the expo. I'm actually getting gas, heading down there right now. We got about a 3-hour drive to Portland. The car is completely full. We got the grid wall, we got a rack, we got some extra stuff just kind of like piled in here. It's definitely gonna be a pretty interesting drive with everything kind of piled in. It's kind of hard to see out the back, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I know this video might have been just like a little bit repetitive with kind of my day-to-day of what was going on, but if you stuck it out to the end, I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next week with hopefully a video of the expo itself. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. If you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure to do that and like the video. Peace.